in case there's anyone who needs to see this that couldn't hop on. But hopefully you guys can see my screen.
Can I, Caitlin?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have a second?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so guys, hi, I'm Colleen. So I'm the best friend, 46 years. Some know me, some don't, but that's not the point. It's not about me. It's about Suzanne and Keith. I'm so excited for them. They've decided.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Thank you for all of that. Yes, former teacher and my husband, he and I do real estate together. He owns an appraisal company. So entrepreneurship was something he actually introduced me to. And then when I started looking for gut health products, I felt like this was entrepreneurship with some training wheels because of all the built-in systems and the mentorships and the community and the resources that were handed and that Suzanne's getting acclimated to. I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I actually became a digestive health specialist because of the gut-brain connection. And I felt like working with students and my friends, just seeing the stresses of life right now. I wanted to be able to just have some information and some products for people, because how we absorb nutrients is absolutely affecting our mental health and brain health, that gut health connection. So I became certified. I was so about it, and wanting to truly make an impact with something that could help people. So I love that Colleen's had so much success on the greens. And then the energy and the sleep, they go hand in hand, right? We want people to wake up. It's probably normal for a lot of people to wake up and feel blah. I mean, it's common, but it's not actually normal how our bodies should be designed. And when you start using some products that your bodies were designed to use, then you can have that energy and get that sleep like Suzanne was talking about. So, and yeah, all of this is just an additional stream of income for me. And I'm just really excited that Suzanne is now on board with not only me and Colleen, but you know, it was really good of her to sit back and vet who these people are that are creating the products, that are paying us, that are running this business, because their success is our success, right? And so that is Mr. Mark Wilson and Mr. Jake Spencer. They're based out of Utah. And Mr. Mark Wilson was also in real estate. He ended up retiring after being a professional American football player, actually. And he wanted to make an impact. That's a common theme I think you'll hear from a lot of people who have partnered and find a passion with helping people feel better, or have a community, or at this stage in life, getting a little bit of extra income or a lot bit, just depending on what your goals and needs are, right? And so he decided he wanted to help people feel better. He wanted to help people's children feel better. And then if he could put it in the industry where people like me, Colleen and Suzanne and Keith, could create an income from sharing it with people like you guys are on here today, then he was going to partner with Jake Spencer, who is super successful in this industry of marketing, of e-commerce, of just having a website where people can purchase from, because a lot of people, you know, purchase online. I even order my groceries online. Sometimes I physically go pick them up. Sometimes I have them delivered. Just depends on my day's going. But e-commerce is, you know, how even companies that have brick and mortar, started at brick and mortars, have huge buildings in New York City, they still have an e-commerce sector where people are having to market socially online. They were featured in an Insight Success. It's a magazine that talks about up and coming companies. And even though the company is not new, it has hit its momentum, 1,800% growth since 2018. So we're on a good little trajectory as people continue to hear about Q Sciences. And this is the way we're telling people until it's a household name. Less than 1% saturation still. So the fact that Colleen and Suzanne in their area can be the people, the go-to people, along with anybody else that wants to, you know, feel better or create an income through their own economy. So if you'd like to read a little bit more about who these gentlemen are, their journey with the company, there's a whole article that just ask Suzanne or Keith to send that to you. They have access to that since they got published. So here are the products, and just like everything else I'm talking about, there is tons more info on everything. I would be here for 24 to 36 hours if I went through everything about the company, the owners, and especially the products, because this isn't even half of the products. Suzanne and Key's website has all of the products that are available in whatever marketplace you're in, and they are within the verticals of nutrition, which nutrition is super important personally for me because my kids don't eat anything green. So I needed something to supplement them for sure, but also just the way our lifestyles and our foods produced. And if you've ever looked into mass agriculture, and unless you have your own farm and homestead, a lot of the times our soil is nutrient deprived, so our food is. And so there's lots of things to just supplement, fill in the gaps, all the things that we need to have that energy to sleep, for the tummy issues that Colleen was talking about. Some of the nutrition falls into the fitness and weight loss. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. Vitamin sprays, I mentioned my kids. These things are gold because my kids get C and zinc, B12, D3, and then they also use the sleep spray. The sleep spray, I say, if it weren't science, it's magic. It's incredible. And the spray is super absorbable. That is the common theme of all the products, is that they have some sort of edge that allows your body to recognize it, absorb it, because you're not what you eat, you're what you digest. So we love the vitamin sprays in our household. There is skincare that's collagen based. There's a whole collagen line. There's also collagen that you can take, put in your shakes. The testimonials about that are crazy. I could probably pull out some of my baby hairs here and show you too, because I'm 2 years postpartum. So those are going back in all crazy. Home Haven, I'm really excited about this. Home Haven is a low toxin, no tox home goods line. So right now we have the laundry washer sheets. These are incredible because instead of like lugging up the stairs for me, those big plastic jugs that aren't good for the environment when I get rid of them, even though we recycle, there's these little washer sheets. They're incredible, and they just disintegrate and wash your clothes. And there's also a cleaner. I literally just sprayed it on my white flip cover because kids. And that's just two of, like, you guys, they say 70 products in this line having to do with pets, pantry foods and snacks, air purifiers, aromatics, water filtration systems, personal care products. So think deodorant, sunscreen. These are all things, when I say creating our own economy, that people we know are purchasing all the time and would want to purchase from someone and a company that it does have quality assurance standards, which I'll talk about. So if you want a more detailed overview of all the things that are on Suzanne's site, we have a 10-minute video. And then if you specifically are like, yes, I'm struggling with energy, I'm struggling with sleep, my hormones are wonky, my kid's behavior is off the charts and he can't focus, I'm super stressed and need a way to, decompress at night. Or if you are in discomfort and you have aches and pains, the greens is what Colleen loves. Those for tummy bloat and digestion and things like that. And then the collagen. If you've heard anything about collagen and you're ready to try collagen, there's truly, I just still can't believe the testimonials and my own experience with it. And then there is a whole line of adrenal support right now too, that works with our hormone supplement called Vitalize. So that's really cool. But this is, this deserves its own slide. This are not only our fitness vertical has those supplements that help with weight loss or toning up or building muscle. And there are like gut health shakes, protein shakes, things like that. But it also, every customer order, and then as you have orders come to you every month, you get a free app and community. And there's meal plans in it. There's workout programs, so you can do it at home because I can't get to the gym every day because my little kid. And it's just, community is so important. And I think when we were in the pandemic, it was really apparent And part of my passion for mental health is making sure that people stay connected with the things that I know help them with their mental health. And working out's one of them. And then having that accountability and knowing you matter and that someone's checking in on you. So that's why I love the app. And again, it's free. People pay money for apps all the time, to give them workouts. And it's not like one or two workouts. It's like pick your program. Do you want to like dance to lose weight, or do you want to be in a gym and you're doing CrossFit and there's workouts for that too? It's incredible. So you can ask to have a 10-day trial of this app, no purchase necessary. That way you can see if this is something that's a good fit for your life. But real quick, these are the quality assurance standards I was talking about. This is really, why I feel so comfortable giving these products to my kids, besides the fact that they work so well on me. And then I wanted my kids to feel the same benefit, because we all have anxious, stressful thoughts. That's just how we run. And it is what it is, but at least we have tools to help. And at least I know that what's on the bottle, label on it, is actually in the bottle, because you guys, they've done studies where they've just pulled stuff off the shelf and tested what's in, and it didn't match the ingredients. In fact, I was just listening to a woman talk about her kefir that had a specific gut bacteria, a good one, in it. And she was a doctor, so she took these like $17 US, like bottles of kefir to her lab, and there was 0 strains of bacteria in it. And it was marketed as being full of this good gut bacteria. So I love that we have these quality assurance standards, because basically supplements, people could label a Skittle as like a melatonin gummy, and until somebody tries to take it down on the shelf, people will believe that and buy it. But here, and if you're like gluten-free and things like that, all of that gets labeled, allergens, things like that. So it's really, really cool. And all of that information on the products is actually in an app. This is what Colleen, Suzanne, and I use, and it is part of this opportunity to not only feel better, but help others feel better and have a way to generate an income from it, because people are buying these things anyway. That's what that 39, and this is US dollars. It has an app for your business. That's what the picture is of. You of course get that MyQFit app. I was talking about the fitness app, and then you have a website that you can send people, like your own Amazon link to all the household goods and supplements and things like that. So within that too, you probably noticed you don't know me other than how I was just introduced. You're invited by Suzanne. You might or might not know Colleen, but this is sort of how we are helping people create that income, is as they are just starting out. No one's expected to ever know everything about the products. We don't need to. We have all that information created by the smart doctors and scientists in an app that we can send people. But also, just to be able to present this information to you, I have no doubt that Suzanne could have gotten up here and talked about her experience, and a couple people would have been like, yeah, I need to try that. But we don't put people in that position. We want to make sure that as you are being onboarded and orientated and getting training, because yes, there's a lucrative and a way with integrity to run a business like this. So we call it plug and play, meaning that hopefully you are earning an income while you're learning. And part of that too, that's so good, is that there's a community involved with it, because I've only gotten to know Suzanne because of her partnership with Colleen. So all those tools, like I said, that is it. Only if you're interested in becoming a distributor, it's called an ambassador. Otherwise, you might want to try a product for something that could be bothering you, or you might, like Suzanne said, need this information not now, but in the future, or know someone who does. But real quick, this is brand new to Canada. I'm assuming everybody on here is in that marketplace. This is the financial freedom movement. I have been participating in this. This is absolutely free to ambassadors. It's coaching. And then it's also a bonus structure that's coming to Canada. So every time I get paid, actually part of that goes straight to my student loans for that teaching job I had at one point in life. But they're just invaluable as far as, and this is why it's just launching in Canada, because they needed reputable people who understood the economy in Canada to be able to coach ambassadors in Canada. So they help you get set up with life insurance, and just that way, when you are getting paid by partnering with Q Sciences and by people ordering off your e-commerce site, that the money isn't just like going straight out the window, that there is investment involved and possibly savings and how to best pay off the debt. And it's free. So it's take it or leave it. So that's one part of being paid. But of course, there's commission involved. There's actually set paychecks involved based on how many products move off of your site. If other people end up wanting to distribute, then you are linked to them and you get some credit for products moving off of their site. And that sort of snowballs. And the way our compensation plan works, it snowballs forever and ever. And there's a 10-minute video on that you can be sent. And I encourage you to vet how you would get paid, to make it, if it's worth your while, to see if it's a good fit for your season of life. We always want this to be something that is beneficial. I have heard Sarah Spencer, the wife, she's in charge of that financial freedom movement, and she's the wife of the co-owner. So she's co-owner too. We know how that works. I've heard her say we want people who have partnered with Q to come away either feeling better, in a better financial position. And it's truly that simple. So I'm gonna hop off and let everybody go, and let Suzanne and Keith just sort of follow up whatever. I am fully expecting that you will need to see more information, because like I said, this was a gloss over. Just so you sort of had an idea of what Keith and Suzanne are up to and what they partnered with, and sort of the vision they saw. Remember all those products I said that are going to be coming out, especially in the home line. And then you can sort of get that information. That way you can make a decision if this is something you need to tell someone else about, if you do want to order a product, or if you need to look harder into if this would be a good way to bring extra income into your home. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Thank you, Caitlin.